Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Hearthstone. So we have some pretty good things here. Let's see. We want to trade out Spellmaster, I suppose. So now we've got a Warlock, 2 victories on Warlock, which would be pretty difficult, and 5 games with Druid and Hunter. Um, Tavern Brawl apparently will be back in 23 hours. Just my luck that I start a recording session on the day that the last one ended. So we won't have any way to be able to do that. That would help us with any of the quests anyways. Let's see, can we do an arena run? I believe with the Druid we can. Let's see. Yeah, Druid or Hunter. We're at 36:10, so I think that's a fair enough time for us to do another
You were right
arena
to
run.
awaken me.
So let's just quickly do this and make that today's episode. Not a great choice in any of those. Let's see, we'll take this guy. Why am I increasing spell damage? I don't know. We will take this guy. Boy, they're not giving me great choices here. Let's see. Trying to power up guys. They look like it's the best thing we're gonna have here. Take that one, definitely. Draw 2 or summon 5 wisps and give a minion 5 with taunt. I'll take Dark Wisps. Gain 2 mana crystals this turn. Or this guy. We'll take this guy. Take one of those, even though I don't think Druid has any secrets. Take Swipe. Take Jeeves, I guess. Druid of the Fang. We're gonna take Druid of the Fang. We need a beast. Or 2. Summon a random one. Opponent. Take this. And this. And this. 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 There we go. Probably a really terrible selection of cards. Let's see how well it goes. Remember, over here will be the comparison of our average Druid deck. It might darken out things, and but don't worry about that. It will not be this arena deck. I wish Hearthstone Deck Tracker could automatically do that, but it doesn't have the capability right now. It's getting updated pretty uh, habitually though,
Malfurion
so
versus
eventually maybe
Jaina.
we'll be able to.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild.
So we definitely want this as the first thing. So yeah, I did want to do Tavern Brawl. I guess next recording
Job
session
done.
we will do Tavern Brawl. Which I guess that might work really well. If in one recording session we do an arena run, one recording session we do a Tavern Brawl, uh, that would probably balance out pretty nicely.
Job done.
So we're playing against a mage. It would be really nice if we could get those trogs out there pretty fast. Oh yeah, that was kind of dumb to play.
Locked and loaded.
That was pretty dumb to play because now he's just gonna use a spell to kill him and then get his health back. Although that's only gonna leave him with 1 mana. He may not be able to do anything else. Well, he can play the card now. Let's see.
Join or die, or both.
Whenever one of your minions dies, draw a card.
Fire!
Alright.
Ah!
And Jeeves, this just turned into an interesting situation. Interesting situation. I want to be able to summon this and something else next turn. If I can, then Jeeves the next turn should fix us. Looks like though I'm gonna have to take out my Cult Master.
I wonder.
Let's see what's going on now. We are completely done with the Steam summer sale. It went out with a whimper. The last day of Encore of big sales did not introduce anything new. The cookie clicker ripoff Monster Summer Sale game was a complete and total waste of time in a lot of ways. If I had started this at level 8, I would have sold every single
Who's next?
sold every single card I got from the monster thing, which was about 22. I would have sold them for 7 cents is what they went for at the end. I did, with 15 minutes to spare before they were gonna disappear anyways, I sold them all on the market for 7 cents, except for one foil thing, which I think went for like 47 cents. It got me one more game, which still cost me 20 cents on top of it by selling all those cards. And that was a very cheap, like $1.50 game. Hardly worth a week of work. The sales that you unlocked by playing the game were pretty awful sales. The games that they were unlocking were things that just were uninteresting. Completely uninteresting for the sales. There was one Republic Remastered, which is a newer game. I kind of wanted to get that, but it was still like $20 for it. It was one of those 50% off things that just wasn't good enough. In general, the Steam summer sales didn't ever get up to 95% off, 90% off even. The highest I saw was 80 for legitimate things. There was one mistake done,
Malfurion versus
which
Jaina.
I found another mistake
You
later
asked for it.
where things
I must
were
protect
105%
the
off, where it would be like, okay, so it goes and it would give you $5 back if you buy this game, and I most certainly tried my best to purchase that game and get $5 back, but the store seems to have built-in protections. They know we can't do negative numbers. Uh, but that would have been great. The best things I found, as if you're new to Steam, look during the summer sale for bundles of whatever games you want. You can get a collection often
This apple on your head.
for way, let's see. If I do that. You can get collections like the Telltale collection I got. That was like 80 games in itself. Maybe not. Maybe it was like 60 games in itself. Games or DLC. They're all counted as games towards your Steam level, and I needed to get the Steam level to at least level 8 for the game, which really didn't matter that much. It got me the cards, which got me about $1. So a lot of work for nothing. If you wanted to just skip the whole thing, you wouldn't have lost much. I got as high, like my high stats on the Cookie Clicker game, just for reference, was like level 530,000, like 500,000 as far as the level. I had billions of gold at the end of one day's play, because there was one day where, because it was a group effort, we everybody really worked together to make sure that it got done.
Hey, catch!
Duplicate.
Job done.
So, getting to that high level, getting that gold didn't do anything for us. It didn't help us in any way. It would have been great if they had said, for every, like, level I got a penny in the Steam wallet, because you can give Steam wallet money and that not really be giving money. You can't get money out of the Steam wallet. It would have been great if they had said for every gold I got money. It would have been really, really great if that all turned around and created some great system where I had the Steam wallet funds for another $100, not another $100, just $100. I spent about $100 buying 100 games, which games or DLC. Let's be faced. A lot of it's DLC. DLC was the main trick and trap of maybe PC gaming and the gaming industry right now, is that they are chopping up games
Job done.
and selling them as DLC. So yes, if you'd gotten like Borderlands 2 for $10, if you just got the one that was on the front page, that would have just been the main game. And if you had not realized that you didn't get any of the DLC during the sale, well, the DLC would go back to regular price. Each DLC might be $5, might be $2.50. There's 8 DLCs, I think, for Borderlands 2. You could easily pay way more than what you paid for the sale price of the game to get all the DLC and have a real complete experience, in my opinion. think it's a sleazy, tricky way. So you have to make sure you get the Game of the Year editions. Even if the Game of the Year editions is there, you have to kind of make sure that there isn't even more DLC released after that edition was released. If you get things in bundles, you have to make sure the bundles include the DLC. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's a lot of research to find the best deal.
Wonder.
If you get a bundle, for an instance, of the Tomb Raider pack, well then, if you turn around and go buy the
I am the
Rydo's
blade of the goddess.
bundle, I believe, which would be all of the Hitman series, all of the Tomb Raider, all of several other series, well, there would be some overlap there, and you would buy the bundle again, and you wouldn't get 2 copies of the game. So, if there is any way that you can gift or get 2 copies of things, I don't know how. It doesn't seem like you can. So that really says I didn't understand the system. I guess people don't have a bunch of keys sitting around for games they haven't ever they have duplicate stuff. I must have just been misunderstanding. I thought that is exactly what happened, but as far as my experience, it doesn't seem like it can work that way. Unless people are getting keys some other way. See if I kill this guy. I don't see it.
Fools!
I gotta do something though. I have to kill somebody. Let's see.
For the wild.
Yeah, that killed me. Either way, I would have lost. Oh, darn it. So, no great deals. No, oddly, the Valve bundle, not ever promoted in the summer sale. So, the company that owns Steam put their own bundle just secretly hidden in the store. It didn't really ever promote it or put it on the front page. Didn't make a flash deal with it, and didn't make a daily deal of it. And there, it was only 75% off. And for what you got, the number of things Valve has made is not that high. Particularly when you consider some of those games are team-based, so I may never be able to play them on this channel. Team-based games are going to become a growing problem. Like if I played Left 4 Dead as one of the Valve games, how do I play that as a single player? I have to go get 3 random yahoos who are gonna probably be way better than me, and I don't know if they can talk to me or not. I'd have to figure all that out. And let's see. I see no point in playing this right now, so I'll use this instead.
For the wild. Job done.
And the way Left 4 Dead works is weird. Like, I need to grow my channel to the point where I can collaborate with people, and then figure out how to get a schedule to really work that way.
Job's done.
Right now, I don't have really set time. It's not like I say exactly at 1 in the afternoon I start recording an episode of this game on the dot. I don't do anything like that.
Job
And
done.
frankly, I can't even really guarantee that I'd be available like that. But yeah, there's, as far as the Steam sales do, flash sales seem to be what you should go for. I think I saw, I don't even know. I think I saw flash sales where games were more discounted than daily deals. But you should probably take daily deals too. Daily deals, not all of those came back on final day. I'm fairly certain about that. See, now there is a trick if I kill this one and then kill this one.
Job done.
Flash sales and daily deals were really the only deals you should have taken in the summer sale. If you saw something else was discounted, it needs to be a huge publisher's bundle. Those were never listed as daily deals or flash sales, but they were better deals. So, I guess that's all you can really say about that. I'll probably not end up buying much more. I'm definitely now committed to the Steam library, at least a little bit. So I've got one game from Good Old Games, or yeah, Good Old Games, and I've got 101 from Steam. That pretty much puts me into the Steam thing, even though the one game for Good Old Games is Witcher 3. Thoughts of getting The Witcher 3, even though I already have it, didn't make any sense. Maybe next year or the year after, we will get to that point where it's just like, well, I've already done a series of this game and everything, but it's not on this account on Steam, and so I'll just buy it again, just because. It seems very wasteful just to level up the Steam level system, which isn't paying off in any way. It's not helping or doing anything. I did a spotlight of Poker Night at the Inventory, which is a fine poker game. I think people would enjoy it better if they liked these specific characters in it, like Sam from Sam and Max, Strong Bad,
Job done.
one of the guys from Penny Arcade, which I forget his name, the Heavy from Team Fortress 2.
Get in there and fight,
Are the four main characters, and frankly I don't think any of them have enough dialogue or to be interesting enough to play poker with them very much. I've done all the realistic achievements already, just playing it for a couple hours. The only achievements left are get a straight flush and get a 4 of a kind. Now, to get a straight flush is a considerable investment in time, and to get a 4 of a kind is possible, but it's still gonna take a long time, even with a game that seems like it is cheating in my favor.
For the wild.
Uh,
Job done.
So I don't know if I'll get 100% of achievements there. I don't know why I'm really thinking about getting 100% of achievements there, because it's not like they're getting you a gamer score for getting those achievements. That's really where the Steam system, I feel like, suffers. I feel like the gamer score on the Xbox 360 was the driving force towards achievement. Getting
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
getting individual achievements is very, very pointless. They wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for Xbox and their gamer score, and it was many years until Sony adopted that system. See? And started doing it too. Doesn't look like I'm gonna win this one. So I'm probably gonna be done and uninstall Poker Night at the inventory pretty fast. I don't see a real reason to do a. Maybe I'll keep playing it and unlock everything there are card decks and tabletops that I might want to comment on, because as I spend some more hours on it, I think I can give a slightly more in-depth review of it on top of just the spotlight, which was just, okay, it's a poker game, can't explain it. There isn't much more to it than that. It's a really fascinating, actually, that
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Snakes. It has to be
the
snakes.
game basically only has three screens in the whole game. It has 5 or 6 animated characters, all of which had been pre-animated for other games. Yep. And so they just got those models from those games and put them in this game, and made the poker part, which is probably, you could pre-purchase the code for that pretty easily too. And then there's the main start screen. There's the intro sequence, which, okay, that's a video. And then there is the menu, which in the menu itself does about 3 screens. And then there's sitting in front of the table.
Runs out on me.
So you're talking maybe 10 actual screens in the entire game, which is an incredibly small amount of screens. I wouldn't suspect, be surprised if they gave it like an intern team of 5 to 20 people the job of making this game, and they got it done. Very simply made. Probably a decent idea. The only thing would be the writing and the dialogue. You have to have a writer
For the wild.
willing to write a bunch of dialogue, and there isn't enough of that. And then on top of the dialogue, when you set it to don't tell any of the stories they tell, they still comment on gameplay non-stop. I wish there was a second slider in it where it said,
ready for
just
this?
stop commenting on
Someday I'll
gameplay
be
so
just like
much.
you.
As you get into playing hours and hours of poker, you just want people to say call, fold, check. That's it. You don't want people to say, I'm checking because of this and this. And a lot of times they do crazy 2-3 sentences that are very
For the
repetitive.
wild.
To just say they're checking, to just say they're folding, to just say this, to just say that. And when you've got 4 people around the table all making comments, it's way too much talk. But I'll get more into that if I decide to review it, which I probably will. Get 2 videos out of it.
Someday I'll be just like you.
So I got the thing I really was short on and I wish I had thought it was financially worth it to get spend $10 on a combination. Was the Jack, You Don't Know Jack collection, the first collection, because that is a game show where it takes about 20 minutes to go
The
through an
gates are
episode, and that would give me a game that I could play when something else is uploading. It would be a small video, not a huge file. It would be quick. It would definitely be shorter. A lot of the games I've got are long, too long, and now I don't have I just have a whole time management nightmare. We have Borderlands, Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, Tales from the Borderlands. There's 4 Borderlands games there we gotta get through. I want to play them in chronological order. That practically means I need to speed run through Borderlands 1. I need to speed run through Borderlands 2. There's tons of DLC that I didn't do on Borderlands 2 that's new, would be new to me. There's some Borderlands 1 DLC. I've done all that except for Mad Moxie's Underdome. I actually did do that, it's just I didn't get to the end of it because it's repetitive and boring. It's an arena fight where you just go after wave after wave after wave, and I got stuck on defeat 100 waves, and I'm like, well, I need 3 other people to join me if we're gonna do that. Jumping into Borderlands 1 or 2 or 3,
Your soul shall be mine.
I need to power level myself
The wild.
somehow, which means I need to jump into other people's games, which probably isn't a fair representation. I mean, it certainly would happen. If you just let random people join you, they're gonna be way beyond your level. And they did do a lot, so you wouldn't do that unless you really try. But so there's probably 100 hours in Borderlands 1 of just power leveling through, speed running through it. There's probably, and that's not going to get Borderlands 1 to the max level. And Borderlands 1, I just kind of need to speed run through it once because I've already played the game 2 or 3 times already. And nothing carries over from Borderlands 1 except for the story, which is the whole point. And then I would be free to go back and play it whenever I want. I need to then kind of speed run through Borderlands 2 to get the story of all of that. Then
So many possibilities.
Borderlands, the pre-sequel. And fortunately, they didn't announce Borderlands 3 or Border Worlds, which it might be called, at E3. Instead, they are releasing a game called Battleborn, which is a different take on it. Instead of having characters that go up to like level 70, it's gonna be 25 characters that do a scenario that's about an hour or 2 long. At the start of each scenario, you start at level 0, and then you can get to level 10 at max, and that's it. And then there is a helix system, which is just a A-B system of abilities you can pick. So every ability is probably going to be a little bit really impactful in Battleborn, where some of the abilities in Borderlands are just improvement, 5% damage improvement, or something that is easy to even overlook and not even realize it's happening. Oh, am I gonna get another guy to quit? That'd be great if we could get several people to quit and actually make our money back. That'd be great. Let's see. Got nobody out.
For the wild. Job done. Almost out of time.
I don't know if Battleborn is really going to be a single player experience that is worth playing, but new games, all of the new games are these strange setups and scenarios. The newest game, which just recently came out, was Batman. Batman, from what I've heard, which isn't a lot, has awful, just a awful amount of bugginess going on right now with its PC port. That just as they were releasing it, they raised the specs, but even with the newest of computers, which mine is not the best of the newest computers, but it is new, it's still laggy and locked at 30 frames per second, and it's a WB game, so right at the beginning it's got an ad on the main menu for Seasons Pass and a downloadable content button in the main menu. I only saw about 10 minutes of gameplay. Very much like the same gameplay as Arkham, Batman Arkham Origin Asylum, the first one. I don't think they've really improved or added anything of any value. Let's see. Do I have anything? That's a rattle. And then play this next turn. Let's see.
For the wilds. Job done.
So pretty glad I didn't get it. It wasn't on sale. Any pre-order stuff were not on sale on the Steam Summer Sales, or they were 10% off. So where does that put Fallout 4? Yeah, I'd probably
many possibilities.
maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. It just depends if I have the money. The only way I see I'll have the money really is through donations, or if people just want to gift a game to me. You can gift games, but you have to put it in the card, click give it as gift, and I think you'd probably have to be a friend to me or send a message me a code. But that's probably the only way I'm gonna get it to Fallout 4. I think I said I got Fallout New Vegas or Skyrim, and I don't know if I really got either one of those. I may have gotten Skyrim and not Fallout New Vegas. I may have not gotten either. So this one's not gonna help me any.
Join or die, or both. I got this.
It might have been a smart idea to get in Fallout New Vegas, but Fallout New Vegas, the ultimate pack, was still $10, and spending $10 and spending that time, it was definitely a decision I couldn't make. It just was too much What's the point of me doing Fallout New Vegas when people are going to be watching streams of the other Fallout? Yeah, well, that's even true.
No, stupid!
The light
There is a
compels
real question about whether
I got this.
new games are supposed to get me are gonna get me views or not. Anyways, Witcher 3 has not paid itself off so far. It's not getting enough views. It's probably some labeling in there. There's probably is a lot to do it. If people are gonna go search The Witcher 3, they're not just gonna randomly come across my video.
Daddy Dukes.
Let's see.
Can I help you, sir?
Wait.
I got this.
For the wild. Job done.
Let me get that.
So new games aren't paying off, old games aren't paying off. The one video that's gotten the most views is the tutorial on how to install Hearthstone Deck Tracker because it is unique.
Let me get that.
There's not a lot of them. Let's see. What's a wisp gonna be? A 1/1? Yep.
Yes, sir.
For the wilds. Job done.
If I can get him to draw a
Let me
bunch of
get
cards,
that.
I might be able to deck him that way, but I don't see how. So yeah, I need more subscribers and more loyal fans, because loyal fans are the ones that are really going to be watching these series. It's not going to just be random people. Not until I have like an editor or something like an editor that will be capable of cutting out my raw footage here and turning that into specific things that are labeled. Things. Let's see.
Locked and loaded.
Let's see.
For the wilds. Job done.
The way the quest system works in The Witcher 3 kind of is pointing to me a lot of ways that my gameplay style is more focused on being efficient than it is being just straight storyline.
Mind if I roll need?
So if I take like a secondary quest, I need to start that quest, I need to go all the way through it in one episode, right through itself, not jump to a second, not jump around to some other quest that might be in the same area. That would definitely increase the length of time that it takes to record the whole game, but starting a quest or getting a quest and then making a couple levels of progress and then skipping to something else, which I really didn't do a lot of, but still did some of it, makes it really hard for somebody to make that single episode about that quest. Label that episode as that quest.
Put this apple on your head.
And if I labeled every episode as the name of the quest, then people searching the name of that quest with Witcher 3, because they're having trouble with that quest or they want to see that quest, is that is definitely would get me more search results. So 1 victory on our arena run. Not a great arena run. We did not have a good deck. 30 gold and a pack. So let's buy another arena run. It's still 150. That's not terrible. New goblins versus gnomes. But I think we have gone to the next level as far as cards go. I think we are starting to make some real progress on some real progress as far as what cards we have. So let's see, disenchant, we can disenchant 3 of those cards because they were things we already had. That gets us to 35 dust, and let's see, there's a warlock card that's new, this one, a 6. See, if you could summon this and silence it, or just make sure it's never alone, that's a pretty good card. And that's, I guess, all we had that's new. Everything else was, we just got 2 of. But we are definitely feel like we're making progress to that. Okay, so we got 1 victory with Druid. And I think that's where we're gonna end this episode. What I will do is I will play Druid and Hunter next in between, and try to get it up to 3 victories. That way it only needs 2 victories for 5 games. And then next episode we will do Priest and Warlock, and that'll probably take us 5 games to try and get that. And if it doesn't and we get it in 2, then we would only have we'd have 3 episodes, 3 games to try and get this. So that's it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can do that by clicking on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.